Let's see if I can get this Instagram one to go live too.
I'm not seeing the intro here. Are you seeing it? I saw the 3, 2, 1.
We're live right now, Pat.
Okay.
I wonder why that. Let's see.
Okay. Here we are.
Let's see what happens. Hold on. It's like, hi everybody. No one's with us yet. Anyway, yeah. I'm trying to insert this Instagram thing, but it's just not working for us. No. All right, here we are. Alrighty. Still don't have any viewers, so it's kind of. Let's see if we can.
Well, we didn't announce it, like you said.
We didn't announce it, and it's not our normal time. Yeah, I think we're live. We are live right now.
Yeah, it looks like it.
How much time can we kill just fucking around here?
Welcome to the first ever Good Morning Gloucester live stream.
Ever.
Our first time doing it.
Never done it. GloucesterCast 723, Thursday, May 16th. Feels like a Monday.
Don't say that.
Feels like a Monday for me. Jimmy.
I'm sure it does.
Jimmy's not with us right now, but Jimmy picked me up at the airport. I was supposed to get in at 11. Got in at 1.
Yeah.
Had to get up at 4 for work. But
But you were gone for like 3 months, it seems like. So that was a nice getaway for you.
it was a great getaway for me. But I'm finding that service anywhere right now is either over the top fantastic or fucking horrific.
Yeah,
and there's
I
no
would agree
in
with
between.
you. There's nothing in between, it feels like. You're right.
I mean, by the way, Chris Garrick, God bless, is with us. Pat Dalpier is manning the comments over there.
Mm-hmm.
But we have a real dilemma. We're caught in a conundrum right now, as far as the
Electric conundrums.
electricity in this space. We're at 44 Main Street right now, and anybody, and I know a lot of our regulars have stopped in to see it. The place can't be more than 100 square feet.
Right.
And we're getting bills for electricity for $150.
Whoa.
Absolutely impossible for it to be $150. And so I talked to the landlord, had the landlord come over. We checked the meters. It's the right meter. I called National Grid, calls, says, we want some money. I says, I need for you to send someone out. And they said, well, this isn't the number. We're just the collections department.
Of course.
Of course. You need to call this number. So I call this number, and I'm on hold. As you guys know the story,
Mm-hmm.
like for 2 hours, while a repeating thing every 30 seconds is, we appreciate your patience.
The worst. That is the
We
worst.
appreciate your patience, but we'll be with you momentarily. And after an hour, it becomes a test of wills because you
don't want to hang up and start over again.
Right. You personally feel like if you hang up, you
were next in line.
You were next in line. You couldn't have said it any better. So 2 hours and I think 20 minutes it was, I hear a pickup of the line. I'm all excited, and then a click.
Oh God.
Oh.
After being Chinese water tortured with that, thank you for your patience. And I was ready. You had stopped in. You were like in and out that day. Had come in.
Saw the frustration building.
Saw the frustration building. So now the collections department is calling me like every week or so. And I said to the collection guy, I says, I need you to understand something. Like that death spiral thing happened twice. So I couldn't get there. If I wanted, so the collection people are giving me this number to call. This number, nobody's picking up. And
clever Bruce.
They don't have the option to say, press this button, and as soon as we do have an agent, we'll call you back.
Right. That's
Which would be perfectly fine because you can not. I'm sitting here with my cell phone in my hand,
tied up.
like walking around for 2 hours. It literally feels like some kind of those weird game shows where you have to do this strange task, and whoever can outlast everybody else. And so I was on the way to the airport yesterday, and then I get another collections call, and I'm not going to pay this $700 bill because I feel like if I pay it, and then they come and figure out what's wrong, that money's gone.
Yep.
Right. So I am so I'm on the phone with the person. I said, listen, I understand it's not your fault, but I need you to have someone from the place that you're telling me that I need to talk to call me.
Yeah.
And they say, well, we can't do that. I'm like, well, I don't know what. I'm completely upside down at this point. I'm like, listen, I understand it's not your fault. I appreciate you being on the phone with me right now, but I need you to document how many times we've had this conversation that I've called and no one picks up.
A potential problem. Yeah.
I need someone to come out here and check this meter because it can't be right. And it's literally, like they say, it's customer service. It's anything but service.
Opposite of that.
It's anything
They
but.
can only call you if they're collecting money. They can't call you to help you.
They can't come and help me. Yeah, exactly. I'm beyond frustrated.
Yeah.
And
It is frustrating.
a company that's that large, I understand large companies a lot of times aren't nimble, but they're also a technology company. They're they're a utility, and I can't understand how they can't figure out how to have that service where I call, they can't pick up, and then they'll call you back. I just don't understand.
Or some sort of email chatting thing or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, the other day, a National Grid truck pulled up out front here, and I'm like, oh my God, they're here to.
Did you ask them
They're
to check it
here
out?
to. They didn't even get out of the truck, but I'm like, first of all, they're here. Okay, they're here to check the meter. That's great. All right, Joey's not here. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where.
You
he
don't
is.
really know
The landlord. I don't even have a way to contact the landlord
Okay.
myself. So that would be just our luck if they were here to do this, and I'm standing here doing this.
Right.
So thank goodness that didn't happen, I suppose. But
It's a utility thing, though, right? Like we're talking about National Grid,
Yeah.
Xfinity. Like there's no other choice. They don't care.
They don't care.
just all
They'll just
around in
keep
a
jacking
circle.
up the price. Hope you don't notice. Do auto draft. But when you need help, you're screwed.
Because there's no competition for electricity.
Well, yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
So I don't want to go, I don't want to go to court over this or anything like that. But like, I can't imagine like sitting in front of the judge and explaining my story and then not being like, not only do you not owe that money, like we're going to have them pay you for your time sitting on the phone.
Yeah.
And I'm not a litigious guy. I'm like, I'm one of these guys that
You want
like,
to work it out.
someone sues someone and I frown down upon them, unless it's, a legitimate claim. Just honest to God, it's so frustrating.
So I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that can connect with frustrations with utility problems.
Yes, I'm sure.
So everybody, Joey is back from vacation.
Yeah. He's been harassed by the collection agency while gone.
And a blast. Sunday is the Bluefin Blowout 5K family run.
Yep, starting at Sageport Park.
And
Sunday.
yeah,
I think 7:30 is the check-in time, I believe.
yeah,
And we're gonna be there.
and we're gonna be there. I mean, you're definitely gonna be there.
Yeah, Jim and I will definitely be there.
Yeah, and are you gonna be
We'll
there
see.
too?
Yeah,
It's a great time where we set up. That, by the way, the visitor center, the porch at the visitor center, sneaky, one of the coolest places in town.
Yeah,
Like the
it is.
view from there is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
And that day is spectacular. So if you're watching this, please come visit us.
I will
That
put the
morning.
link in here
Yeah,
in
and
case
come up
anybody wants to run.
and even if you're not running, come up and say hi to us because it's just a great time.
Well, you can come up and get your Joey pin.
Here we go.
Oh,
Here.
oh.
Where is
I
it?
might have one here.
Oh, okay.
Share.
We can take 5.
No, those are my keys. Look at the sourpuss, huh?
If you are on Team Pat, you're gonna need
Wow.
one of these.
That
Team Pat versus Team Joe.
that is nice.
Oh my God. Pat went and sabotaged me. I blame Pat.
You were gone too long.
I can't. Where did you get the graphic? Did I
I
send that to
have
you?
my ways.
Look at this. This is bananas right here.
Team Pat, come on and get yours. You're big enough to cover up the I blame Pat one
That is,
that may have been forced upon you.
talk about an ugly mug.
The 5K will also be your only opportunity of the year to see Drew Hale running, probably.
He's a star of the show. He's a star of the show.
He's-
So you can still sign up to run.
Yep, I put the link in the notes.
Yep.
And party
At Oak to Ember.
at Oak to Ember.
Water and Wahoos will be given out at our house. Oh, what's a Wahoo? What's a
I
Wahoo?
don't know. Fish?
This I do not know. And is that Annie? It must
Annie,
be
yeah.
Annie. Oh, just encouragement. I
Oh,
think.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Oh, that's good. You got that going for you. Yeah. As we had duly noted before, there'll be one random shot of tequila in and amongst.
Oh my God, that would be so gross. If you're running a race and you
I can't imagine. I really can't imagine. So congratulations to Annie, and congratulations to us for being able to be down there and hanging out. I'm excited for that. We have some condolences for a couple. I mean, this has been a bad week.
It's been a bad week.
Really bad week. My auntie Angela, one of the most beloved women that I probably know. I had friends, a million acquaintances. One of the funniest ladies you'd ever want to know. Positive. She passed after a long bout with cancer, and she was one of. Let's see. Oh, my auntie Jerry is still alive, but suffering with Alzheimer's. And my mom. After that whole generation
Wow.
is done. So it's pretty sad. Lowell Peabody, former Good Morning Gloucester contributor,
Yeah.
occasionally contributed.
great photographer.
Great photographer. Is his daughter Whitney?
Yep.
Whitney Peabody. Yeah, I think Kate knows her pretty well. Great guy. Dennis Bryant, who actually operated out of this space.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he had a little tile shop here. He did little mosaics.
Oh.
So before he moved over where Safari is now?
Yeah.
Long before then?
Yeah, and they would make mosaics, and they had like out back there that in the back courtyard they would have a little.
Oh, cool. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Dennis was such a, in my opinion, such a classic sort of Gloucester character. Real character, really, really nice guy. I always enjoyed running into him now that he was out on the houseboat, of course, right next to the dock for you.
Yep.
And anytime you came and went on the boat, he would always come running out and say hi. But little known fact is, a lot of people know that I do that singer-songwriter challenge. I've been doing that for 7 or 8 years now. And that whole idea came about when I was sitting down and having a beer with Dennis Bryant one afternoon
really?
at Katrina's. And he's saying, what if we do a battle of the bands or something like that? And I'm like, that's a really difficult thing to pull off. And I said, but maybe I'll think about doing a singer-songwriter thing. So Dennis was right there with me when I was getting that going. So
Did you see what Annie Rochon wrote? Annie Rochon has a Bruins mosaic from him on their front steps.
Oh, wow.
Tile mosaic. That's cool. Look at that. I just got this from Lyda Mae Keefe. I'm assuming she's talking about Pratty's. Armed Forces Day, Saturday, May 18th. 100% of food sales donated to veterans. Kitchen open from 12 to 4 p.m.
nice.
Right there. That's from Lyda Mae. There you go, Lyda Mae. Lyda Mae's been following the blog for a long time. So I'm, very, very, very sad. Also, a friend of the blog, Frankie Shalino's dad, who had, lived a long, long life, former drug, what do you call those?
Pharmaceutical?
Pharmacist.
Pharmacist.
Yeah, over down where Robin's dog grooming is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Shalino Pharmacy. His father was a legend, and he passed. And he was, one of those guys that well known in the community. That's the way it is. That's why we have to live our lives, I guess, right? The launch service, Pat. You want to speak about the launch service?
Oh, sure, yeah. I saw a notification on Facebook that the launch service is going to be available a little earlier than usual this year. The Harbor's Master Launch Service is kicking off 1 week earlier this year, starting this Saturday, May 18th. So the Harbor Launch Service will be available starting this Saturday.
Speaking of water kind of things, the reservations are required for non-residents at Good Harbor Beach, Wingacheek Beach, and Stage Fort Park starting Saturday, May 25th. You can reserve parking up to 10 days in advance on the Blinkay website or mobile app. Cash will not be accepted at the gates. Reservations are non-refundable, so please plan accordingly. Download the Blinkay mobile app or visit the Blinkay website, gloucester.blinkay.app to reserve parking.
And one thing they're doing differently this year is that you can bank a day if the weather turns bad or something, your plans change or whatever, you can bank a day.
That's great.
So that is I think that's a very fair improvement.
So if you haven't gone through yet, you just press back. So
I don't know what the details of it are. I don't know how that would work exactly, but
I can see them doing what Drew Hale does.
What's that?
with Drew
yeah.
Hale books like 4 airline tickets, and then just in case, and then he games, and then he just puts them back in his bank if he doesn't. So it's same thing.
Yeah, same idea.
That's the move. Maybe they got the idea from Drew Hale.
That's probably what happened.
It could have been. It could be. The Lannon and the Ardell sales are now open.
Yes, I have a Lannon sailing photo. The crew looks ready. I've seen them out on the water. I can't wait to get out there myself. I think it might have started Mother's Day weekend.
Oh, there you go.
Boating season is in
It's
full
time.
swing now because
Yeah.
Phil and Lynn Scannell are also riding the water taxi regularly now.
The
So
water taxi's
I
going
think
already?
Yeah.
I think the water taxi is in because I've seen a couple photos. I think that they might have shared some already. So.
And then you have your remote work.
Oh yeah, this was this photo. This guy's got it figured all out with his pontoon boat there, but he's got a full desk set up with multiple computers. I mean, if we don't see this on the river this year, it's a big problem.
It's a big problem. I like it. The James in Essex is now open. The former village.
Yes,
Who's gone? Have you gone?
I haven't gone. I heard nothing but good things.
we went yesterday
Oh,
and or a couple days ago, and it was Tuesday afternoon. Quite busy for a Tuesday afternoon. It's entirely redone the inside. Very nice bar area. If you're going in expecting to see it look like the village, it does not.
Wow.
In fact, the entrance is all different. Saw many people approaching the old entranceway.
yeah.
It's on the parking lot side
Okay.
now. Lots of seating. We had a great meal. Service was wonderful. The owner came over and said hello. Looking forward to going back.
Go.
Yeah, I've read a lot of people's comments on Facebook that
Yeah.
have been in. I've heard a lot of really nice
Sort of a
comments.
European flair, I would say, on the menu.
Yep. This is their second location,
Yes,
right? They have
Needham
Oh,
is the
really?
other one, I
Needham,
think. Yeah.
And what's the name of it again?
The James
The
Pub and
James Pub
Provisions,
and
I think.
Provisions,
The James.
interesting.
After James Joyce.
Wayne Moulton says
Pretty
love.
sure it's after Jimmy D.
Right?
Wayne Moulton says loves my pin. Thanks. What pin is he talking about?
Oh.
I think he might be talking about his. Yeah, that's the one.
I love that photo. That is such a sour. You
I'm gonna go side by
you
side.
must have got that from Kate.
I honestly don't remember, but as
Twins.
soon as I saw it, I'm
With
like,
twinning.
I'm lifting this because I'm
That's
pretty sure
basically the photo. That's the Joey version of the photo of Kate that Joey has on
the
his
duck
phone.
lips thing. Yeah.
Oh goodness gracious. Carl Buck. Hello, Joe. I don't know who Carl Buck is. Carl Buck. I don't know. Maybe that sounds like a lobsterman kind of name.
Yeah.
That's an alias.
That
you know,
does.
right? Machaca starting up. $6 summer late night bites. starting June 4th, 9 to 11 p.m. $6 queso, empanadas, Mexican pizzas, mini poblano chimneys, and what else we got there? Taquitos. So really
$1
good.
wings.
Oh, Byron! My God, Byron! Byron is my former, long time ago employee that made a mountain out of himself. He went down to work on the supply ships down in New Orleans, and then took all the classes to go higher and higher and higher. And now he's like a master of all vessels. He's making like all the money, making more money than me.
Were you talking about this guy recently?
Yeah,
yeah.
I always
You and
tell
I
the
were
story.
just, yeah, we were just
How
talking.
proud I am of him, and he always checks in. And
I think when we were in Mexico, you were telling me the story of him.
I was telling him how Byron will check in, and you know how he was. He was one of my maybe my favorite employee of all time, because he always had a good attitude and always was thankful for the job, and although we hated to see him go, we were happy to see him advance. So there's that. No, of course, Byron, you don't have to. I get it now. So Carl Buck. So I know he's a hunter. So maybe the buck part has to do with the hunter. I don't know. Want to explain that, Byron? So there's that. We have another person we have several frightening animal stories.
Oh, we do.
Frightening.
We do.
We can, I should call Byron to come down here and hunt these animals.
I'm not sure I have Chris's picture in here.
You have, so my last day away on vacation. I'm down in Naples. I get I'm driving the car, so I'm not looking at my phone, but I get 3 texts when I do look at my phone. Call emergency. She says FaceTime. So it's from Kate. So I FaceTime her.
Oh.
And we have windows that are thick glass, and then the storm window on the inside for the winter. And the window was completely smashed out of the back of the house, and there was blood all over the inside of the house.
Oh my gosh.
And big turds. Big turds. Like little big, like we don't know what kind of we're assuming it's a bird.
Yeah.
I didn't see any feathers though. I think that there would have been some dislodged feathers. And there was no bird, but it went through, I don't know how fast it had to be traveling for it to smash through 2 panes of glass.
Yeah.
Pretty freaky. So there's animals that are out to get us. This is the start. This is the start of the takeover.
Yeah.
This is Armageddon with the animals, us versus them. We thought it was going to be the apes, but it's not the apes. It's the birds and the squirrels coming for us, apparently.
I saw Drew yesterday, and
Yeah.
he told me, he said it looked like a crime scene. He said there was blood on the side of the windows. He
Yes.
said he said looking at it, there was no way to piece together exactly what happened.
Pat has the video. She's going to play the video.
It's going to take me a second. I do not have it uploaded.
And on point, Pat.
Sometimes
But
it's hard for me to tell.
in other news, though, similarly related, boats are going in the water. We're heading into boating season. But what do we have? We have a problem for Chris McCarthy. Everybody's going in the water except for Chris McCarthy because his boat has
Right up to it.
birds living
Yeah,
in it now.
birds in there.
Yep, that's a great shot right there. He took the shrink wrap off. He's got a huge. We don't know if you think that's definitely birds. Could be squirrels.
No, I think he said
I
it's
think
birds.
it-
Yeah,
I
there's
think-
birds.
Yeah, I think that's what he said.
I don't know what kind of bird.
Bird in his boat.
Bird, the
A
word.
bird's nest in his boat.
But hopefully, these birds will be full grown by Labor Day. And you can get the boat in the water.
Oh, is it gonna be? Are we gonna get a summer this summer?
Of course we are.
Yes, absolutely.
It went.
I know.
2 summers ago was the best summer ever. Last summer was the worst summer ever. So if we go by that metric,
We can cross our fingers in that regard.
Well, we're going from El Nino to El Nina. So they're predicting a hotter than normal summer
Oh,
with a slight chance of a little bit more Last year was crazy. We got a lot of rain last year. This year, I think they're saying a slight chance of maybe a little bit wetter, but nothing outrageous. So I have a good feeling about this summer.
I always said, like, the third week of July on, you're pretty much guaranteed good weather. Is absolutely throw that out the window.
Last year.
Crazy. It was the worst ever. High Noon now has a vodka iced tea just in time for summer.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds terrible.
Wait, you don't like High Noons or
I don't mind. I don't mind High Noon's vodka and iced tea. Actually, what was that vodka? There was that company that made all the different infused vodkas. Deep Eddy.
Oh,
They
yeah.
had a John Daly.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Lemonade and
So these are I'm a big fan of High Noons in the summer because I'm a vodka drinker. When I'm going to have a drink, I have vodka. But you get buried in a lot of places when you order a vodka soda. So what's nice about these is I call them properly dosed. It's, it's like having a beer or something.
Yeah.
So these are, instead of just being a vodka seltzer, vodka soda water, these are vodka with iced tea, and you can get peach, lemon, regular. So I think that's a nice addition.
So we need to try them, and the reason we need to try them because there's very few that are not. There's very few of those seltzers or whatever that you can drink more than one or two of before they get too sweet or have too. The aftertaste. A really good one is if it's just clean.
Yep.
And you don't have that weird taste on the back end. So there's that. The horrible is raffle. Still go.
I don't know. I took the graphic out and make room for I didn't hear it is, sorry.
Win your own private viewing parade viewing spot on the boulevard. Raffle.
Yeah, June 30th. So there's probably lots of time.
Yeah. I don't have the link, but there's a QR code. If after the podcast you go check it out, you can buy a raffle ticket to potentially win one of two spots on the boulevard, prime viewing spot. Ooh, Jesus. Going to that. Boats. That's funny. Jersey Boys at the North Shore Music Theater.
Yeah. So Jamie and I went to see Jersey Boys last week, opening night. I think it was Wednesday night. So it's still, I think it goes through this Sunday. So there's a few days left. We've actually sent a couple of friends to see it after, who all gave it glowing reviews. If you've not seen Jersey Boys before, I saw it once in Vegas, maybe 14, 15 years ago. It's the story of Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. You forget how many songs, every single song in this show I knew, except I think except for one.
Yeah.
Really, really well done. And it's amazing what the North Shore Music Theater does with that stage, in the round where everybody's surrounding the stage, so you've got no backstage. It all happens right there.
Yeah.
I can't say enough good about it.
We lost Pat.
No, we lost you. You're gone.
I see.
I only see me. Somebody let us know what they can see.
It says connecting.
Lost sound. I don't know. Hang on, folks.
How it shows, we're showing that we.
Okay.
No, I mean, it says, oops, connection lost. Connection
All right.
lost, reconnected, but I don't know. I can't tell on this end.
I'll tell you.
Jackie LaFlamme says Pat. Peter Scola says just you. I think she means Pat. I think he means Pat.
All right, so you're still on there. So
Yeah,
we're
maybe should I refresh?
Is there a way to? It's back. Wayne says
Really?
the sound. I think he might mean.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any action here.
There's a, oh, I see. So there's usually like a little bit of if we're back in like 5-6 seconds, though, because there would be a delay.
Gives me time to show off the pin and how it's designed to sit in front of the Blame Pat pin.
They're nesting pins.
Yes.
It says only see Pat. Okay, I'm gonna refresh on our end. Oops. Here, we'll refresh.
This might give me an opportunity to show a new product I have available.
Oh, there you go, Pat.
Let me see here if I can get this without knocking everything over. Maybe yes, maybe no.
Oh.
Okay, sorry, now there's nobody there, so. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so Pat, these photos has new pillows, soft, Pat's Puffin Emporium pillow. He's so
No,
cute.
Pat's Puffin Emporium Pillow
Palace, that's it, yeah. And we also have the Backshore Snowy in a pillow, plump like the Snowy Owl looks. There you go. So they are available here in the store, $25.
$25, yo.
Still-
Come get it.
Still not seeing you.
No.
I know, I don't know what to do. Let me. You're still on there, though, right?
I am still on. Do you want me to just turn it around?
No, don't do it.
Okay.
Let me just see if I can redo this.
What else is on our list that I might have? Let's see what I got here
Let's see. We've
in
got-
the the Aurora. You want to talk about the Aurora?
Oh yeah, Aurora.
Here are some Aurora pictures. They were outstanding.
Yeah, that was a really, really cool thing to see. Bucket list thing. I can't tell how many nights in my life I've gone and I've slept on the beach or slept someplace dark when they say, oh, there's a chance we'll see it. But I mean, until you see it, you don't realize, like, you have to sit out there for a while and really let your eyes adjust. Like if you're
Yes.
driving down the road and you hear people are seeing the Northern Lights and you look up, you're never going to see it.
You're not going to see it.
So
Yeah,
it's
you
like
have to
after
let.
your eyes 10-15 minutes of adjusting, and then of course the camera will really capture. But we were coming back, we went to a really awesome show last Saturday night. We saw Air Supply in Lowell, and we were coming back, and when we got off the highway, Jamie had said, like, let's go up to Rockport. A lot of people posting from up there. So we did, and we weren't disappointed.
So these are your pictures?
Yeah. Well,
They're
I think
beautiful.
one of those might have been Nicole's.
Mhm.
So a couple of those were mine. And then the next night, Nicole, Jamie, Sven, and I went out to Rockport again because there was a chance of seeing it.
Yeah.
But
We
weren't-
bombed out that
yeah,
night
we
too.
weren't so lucky. Yeah, that's right. I think Nicole was texting
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, we were.
Is it naked to the human eye? But if you do a long exposure, that's what you got to do, right?
Yeah, well, you can see it with the naked eye. Like the ones that I took that were more green of the horizon, like you could definitely see the green in the light.
Mhm.
Over by motif number 1, like it's a little bit brighter. There's more light pollution there, so it takes a little bit longer to adjust. And
Mhm.
but yeah, it was really, really.
It was pretty. I saw
pretty.
some very spectacular pictures.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
What I could do, I can also do this. If I do this, what will happen?
Jackie LaFlamme says Joe and Chris were frozen, and Wayne Moulton says not a bad thing.
Oh, Wayne.
Oh my God, that's funny. All right, I'm gonna come in from here, Pat. So I'm
All
gonna
right.
close out on my end.
Okay.
Oop.
So we are in the store today till 5, Friday and Saturday 11 to 5, and Sunday, well, pending the 5K run, we'll come up here after that till 3 o'clock. So probably around 11 to 3 on Sunday. So I hope you can come down.
We hope you can come down. We got some awesome stuff over here. Here we go, coming back in, Pat. Coming for you.
Okay. There you are.
Oh,
Volare, oh.
we're the
With a little,
How do we switch that?
Pat's Puffin Emporium podcast. PPP.
Oh, wait, I got to turn off my.
There we go.
There it is. Okay.
Pat's Puffin Emporium podcast.
I'm going to go out and come back in, so I'll be in the corner.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
So today,
There
this
we go.
morning, Jamie and I, well, Jamie went to the beach to take the dogs for a walk, and then coming back, she came and grabbed me, and there were whales off the back shore.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they were a little bit out.
So this afternoon, like around 10 o'clock, there was clusters of what looked like fishing boats.
Yeah.
There was like 4 or 5 of them, and for the life of me, I couldn't figure out what they were doing. But those
Maybe
are
related.
you sure they were the whales?
Oh no, they were definitely.
Oh, wow.
So they were
just opened.
there
up
were
the
about
whale
6. There were about 6 fishing boats out there, and one looked like it was a dragger.
Yeah.
And then the others, I don't know, they were kind of moving around. But you could see there was one of the smaller boats. There were whales around them. Jamie said, looking with binoculars, she felt like they were right whales.
Wow.
But you could see the spouts. You could see them coming breaching and everything. So
We took a whale watch with Cape Ann Whale Watch earlier this Tuesday. It had a fantastic day.
I saw your photos.
If that, it took us absolutely forever to get out there, and when it takes that long, I don't have a lot of hope for a good day, but,
Right.
Or a spectacular day anyway. But it turned into a spectacular day, and if it is not something that you have done recently, or the springtime is a great time to go.
Yeah,
It's like seeing real life dinosaurs right next to
it
you.
is.
It is. It's amazing.
That's right. I mean, if you've never gone, you have to go.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
You have to go.
Absolutely.
Like, because I had to go. First time I went was probably like 4 or 5 years ago, ever.
Oh, really?
And I was blown out of the water. And I'm like fish guy, I've
Yeah.
been around the waterfront my whole life.
Yeah.
Amazing, really amazing. So yesterday, as I said, I got stuck at the airport for a while, and I kind of attribute it to my own failure in that I really wanted, this is my last vacation, and I wanted to maximize it, so I booked the 7 p.m. flight home, basically the last flight home. I figured this time of year, there's no weather, no bad weather, maybe a little breeze or something, but as it turns out, JetBlue has been horrific on these late afternoon flights.
Oh.
A lot of it has to do with the crews having,
Get back.
they
out.
only have so much time that they can fly, and after that, they don't have the union thing, they don't have to fly. It doesn't matter that they've sold the tickets, it doesn't matter. But this is what I was thinking. If that's the case, that they're canceling flights out, and the aggravation that they're putting people through, not knowing if the flights are going to get out. How many crews are there? 5 total? There's like 200 seats on a plane. And why not hire more people? It's an ongoing thing for like 3 years now, where they just push flights way off, but they've been, they went from like the best airline to like one of the worst airlines. And I can't, so think about it. Average plane ticket, say, is $150, right? For one leg, right?
Yeah, sounds
150.
about right.
And then you get 200 people. If each stewardess, say there's 3 stewardesses, if each one of them made $500 per leg,
Mhm.
that's $1,500.
Mhm.
And the pilot, say these 2 pilots, and they each make $1,000 each. That's, what's that, $3,500 total?
Yeah.
So that's like 2 or 3 rows of the plane, and the rest is all,
profit.
minus,
So to speak,
whatever
yeah.
their expenses are. Like I would think like the amount of customers you'll lose by having this terrible service, and people will book other airlines first. Because I know a lot of people that were hardcore JetBlue people are starting to go to Delta first
Oh,
when they have the same route.
So I think Delta's trying to, I don't know this for a fact, but ahead of it because Delta's running commercials on television right now for Delta University to train pilots. So I think we're back to, pilots have to retire at 60, I think. They can't work
right.
like after 60. And they're always offering these like early retirements, and a lot of people I think took them. And now there's a pilot shortage again. And Delta is ahead about how that's a good thing probably.
There's that. Yeah. Beauport evening rooftop access.
Yeah.
They came out with that. There's a plan now.
There's a plan. So Beauport, it's always great. You get into the fall and they start doing the jingle bar, Christmas music, piano music in the lobby, and then this year we were doing, I booked the music there, so we were doing Tuesday night jazz night, and we were doing Thursday night singer-songwriter with solos, duos, trios. It's really, really great, great vibe at the bar. Usually come Memorial Day, we stop music because the hotel gets busy. Well, this year they're stepping up their game. They're going to continue with the Friday and Saturday night sunset sessions, which they did last year. It's $30 because the hotel, the roof deck is for guests only. So they sell a very limited number of passes. So they have a DJ up on the roof deck. They trick it all out with cocktail tables and things. It's a really nice sort of sunset time up there. But taking it one step further this year, Sunday through Thursday, from 6 to 9 p.m., there will be live music up on the roof deck at the hotel. So, I mean, it's not an every night thing because it does, again, they've got to sell passes to keep it a little bit exclusive because it is for hotel guests. I think Sunday through Thursday is $20, and then the weekends for sunset sessions will be $30. But if you haven't attended one of the sunset sessions before, you got to do it. It's a really, really nice way to spend a Friday or Saturday night.
Beautiful up there. I mean, and the Beauport food has gotten like really, really good, really solid. The drinks are obviously great, and the view is maybe unparalleled. Is the view unparalleled?
Two unparalleled views. You've got the harbor, and then you've got the view of the city that it's like nothing you've seen before. And also, if you haven't been up there, they have a bar. They have a full bar up there. And you'll be able to order off the menu, so you'll be able to get food up there. The bars there, they just put this sort of what you would call it, a pergola type thing over the bar, so you'll be a little shaded from the sun if it's a hot night or whatever. But definitely worth checking out.
I mean, can't beat it. What else do we got, Pat? I got something else here.
I got it maybe 2 months ago. I was talking about a wine dinner. They did a mile marker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go.
They have another one that they just announced that's on May 20th. There it is. And I actually made a note about, Wheels did such a great job on the food for the last one. I made a note of the menu. So the first course is going to be tuna tartare. Second is duck au vin. Third course, beef bolognese. Fourth course, filet of beef.
Jesus. Fifth
course, chocolate flourless cake, and then each course is paired with fine wine from Napa and Sonoma by Rumbauer Winery in Napa Valley. So, based on the quality of food that we had when we went and the amount of wine that we had, that was an awesome night. So, highly recommend checking that out. I'll definitely be there again.
And I need to mention that thank you, Pauline. Welcome. It's nice to be home. Vacation is over for Pat, she says.
Yes, that is true.
Vacation is over for Pat. That's right. The boss is
Pauline,
back.
come get your pen.
Or
maybe I'll bring it to you.
Yeah, nice. Everybody's got to wear these pins. Maybe I'll put it on my hat. Hey, so June 7th, it's a Friday night, Castle Manor Inn. We're having a couples or anybody that wants to come dinner. And I haven't finalized the menu. One of the going to be minimum of 2 options. one is going to be prime rib because Chef Dan Lavala's prime rib is unparalleled as far as I'm concerned. And there's going to be, so there's prime rib, and then, so I'm gonna ask the viewers right now, what should be the second thing? And I'll tell you what Jimmy Dalpiaz voted for last night.
Okay.
So I was thinking baked roasted chicken for the second thing, and Jimmy said some people may not like the haddock, but everybody will eat the chicken.
Well, see, I would go the other way because you have a lot of people who are, if they're vegetarians, obviously they're not going to have any of it, but a lot of people are pescatarians. So if you have beef and chicken, you're ruling out pescatarian. There's a lot.
They're just weirdos.
Well,
Weird.
I'll pass that on to Jamie. I'll pass it on to Brian Melise.
Brian Melise is one too.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of.
You hang around with a lot of strange people.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, you do need to have an option for,
Oh, jeez. Maybe I should have never opened up the can of worms, but
just saying.
that's what I did. I just did that. I got to
Yeah,
talk
you
to.
did. You opened it up.
I got to speak to Chef Dan, and so I hope to see all of our regulars, especially out of all of the friends of Good Morning Gloucester. My favorite are the podcast people because these are the people we get to interact with all the time.
Yeah.
I wonder if the swingers from
Will be around,
the Spanks,
maybe.
the swingers from the highest STD capital in the United States. Obviously the villages.
Yeah, maybe they will be.
Will there be a microphone or anything available for like a Joey roast, perhaps?
Oh,
Have you up there like
no.
Tom Brady? We can all say a few things.
By the way, did you see that Tom Brady said that he regrets doing the roast?
Yeah, I did see
that
that.
it affected his kids.
I heard he made
Instead of some parenting.
$20 million.
He got a lot of money
He
for
got
it.
$20 million. You know, I could see that. Like, he doesn't need the money.
Mm-hmm.
And see, I think the rules of the roast are that you really, okay, so here's another interesting thing. So the rules of a roast are, is like almost like a, what do they call those things? AMA, ask me anything.
Oh, yeah.
And if you say it's a roast, then it's supposed to be no hold barred. That's supposed to be no hold barred. Now, he said defended. Was Ross, when the Ross guy, who's the head roast master, said the first thing about the hand jobs about Kraft, Brady jumped up and defended him and said, "No,
Don't say that shit again.
Don't say that shit again."
Yeah.
And there was no more jokes. But every time they did a Giselle joke, he just gave it that kind of, and then he made a big thing out of taking a big swig of whatever he was, doing a shot or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. You can't have it both ways. You want to be the star and endure the roast and stuff like that, but
It's a little bit, I think the streaming piece of it, that it's available anywhere, always, forever,
not really.
is,
Netflix. You have to have Netflix.
well, it's a streaming thing. So that, to me, that broadens the audience in a way that maybe network television doesn't.
What? Oh, because network television, you see it only once, you mean?
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. It's a special, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it got mixed reviews, and I wasn't. I mean,
I remember you said.
I thought it was horrible.
You said it was horrible.
I watched. I probably caught about 2 hours of it.
You didn't think that Nikki Glaser was funny?
No, she was probably the highlight.
Yeah.
But then you get like Gronk up there. I mean, Gronk's a great football. He's a friggin' moron.
Yeah.
He's a dolt. He was horrible. Like it was a lot of forced humor, I thought.
I agree.
And I didn't.
I think it was highs and lows.
I think even some of the forced humor that some people would think could have been offensive, like it had a lot of potential to be really, really good. I don't think that they shouldn't have necessarily done the roast. I think it was executed poorly. They picked the wrong people to speak. Like how uncomfortable was it when they forced Bob Kraft to come up and pull over Bill Belichick? It was so, like, I don't care how much you like roast. That was just uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable for everybody. That was my opinion.
I thought that I felt like there was more highs than lows. But I think there were definitely some parts. I didn't. So I didn't watch it all the way through.
Yeah.
Because about halfway through, I'm like, okay, I kind of get the gist of this.
So interesting because I caught more of the second half.
Oh, okay.
So now, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Nikki Glaser, I thought her act was brilliant. The timing, every part of what she did was brilliant and funny. And then there was like the bigger black lesbian woman. She killed it. I thought that Bledsoe, for being Bledsoe, this big old white guy, did okay. Very rehearsed though. Very like.
Well, isn't he or something?
No.
Oh.
He was the former. He was the
I thought he
quarterback. He was the quarterback.
I thought he had some speaking.
He's done some.
Announcing.
But I think his. Yeah, winery.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like good wines. Like they're.
Really? Yeah. There's that. That's now a BFB approved hydration.
The tequila shot on the table. For the
Bluefin
lovers.
Blowout approved root hydration. Oh, okay. Oh, so I scrolled down because I was going to say hi to people. Flo is with us. Annie Rochon's with us. Byron's with us. Wayne, the sexy famous mailman. Jackie LaFlamme. Peter Rollins. Peter Scola. Pauline.
You said June 7th, right?
Phil Scannell. June 7th is the dinner. The castle dinner is going to be June 7th. I'll put a link up. I'm going to, as soon as we get done with this, I will call, get the menu. I don't want to speak for Dan. I have a feeling he'll do all three.
It would be.
It just ends up becoming
or the third
a
being
logistical
a
nightmare
vegetarian
for me.
option. A salad or something.
Well, there's going to be salad with it.
Just that's all.
Well, they could eat the chicken.
Okay.
If they want to be vegetarian, they could eat the
Not
chicken.
getting it.
I guess I won't be able to come with my friends.
No, but you mean seriously a straight up vegetarian option?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No, fuck that.
Okay, that's fine.
That's silly. That's just silliness. I'm straight. How many vegetarians are there? 3?
Oh gosh.
In the whole all of Gloucester, is there 3 vegetarians? So we got to cater. We got to cater to the fucking 1%. Is this what we got to do?
I'm not vegetarian, but I know it's a
Tight-lipped over here. Tight-lipped.
concern for many people.
You're speaking for Chris, because this is
No,
you,
not
you,
just-
this is how you, Nicole, and Chris have a thing where you.
Oh, here we go. Here we
Oh,
go.
oh,
Oh,
get it out.
oh, we got the
Isn't
victim.
that a majority?
The victim.
Gang up on me. Where's Drew? Where's Nick Novello? Nick Novello, by the way, has lost like a bazillion pounds on a carnivore diet. Only like butter
Really?
and meat. And yeah, that's it.
So it's like a grizzly bear?
Like a grizzly bear. He's a fine-tuned machine right now. There was something else I had here.
Something timely, right? Maybe?
Yeah, it's kind of timely. Oh, so speaking of, so I get stuck taking that late flight,
Yeah.
the 7:00 flight, and as you know, as you get older and you get more of a seasoned flyer, you know that early flight, the plane is generally going to be there unless it's a massive, massive storm, and if you're the first flight out, the flight goes because you're not worried about that flight having been 3 other places that it could have got stuck in a storm. So I generally take the earliest flight I can going to the destination spot. But when I want to maximize my vacation time,
Well, understandable.
I take the late one home. This, I don't think I will ever
Take the last one.
take the last one ever again. ever again. I think so I'd like to hear from our viewers. What do you think is the sweet spot, and what do you think the sweet spot is for your return?
Mhm.
Like as far as departure time
Mhm.
on your return. So what do you think, Pat?
Well, I'm with you. I like to go early as possible, but when I can, if I'm going on these tours and things that I like to do, I'll go the day before, so that in case there is a delay of some sort, I don't miss the whole tour.
Plus, you're gonna have your shack up time with Bill Wren.
Right, of course, of course.
Bill Wren watching this? I love it.
I haven't seen his name yet.
No, a lot of people have jobs.
He's lurking. Bill Wren is lurking. He's lurking.
Next week, Sebastian Younger is coming to City Hall.
Pat's other boyfriend. What's
Yeah,
he doing?
well,
What's he doing up there?
He has a new book coming out next week.
The
And
book is this the book about death?
yes, it is.
So he feels like he died.
Near death
and
experience
near
kind of thing.
Well, yeah, he said, I think he says that he died.
Really?
And then he came back that very few have, and he did an extensive research
Yep.
with other people with experiences, and there are a lot of similarities of all these people, like the communication with people that have already passed.
Yeah, he's a very entertaining speaker. So
He's a brilliant guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's free and it's at City Hall on the 23rd. They want you to register for tickets.
23rd of June?
May, next week.
Oh, 23rd of May.
Yeah.
So we should get him on the podcast on
the-
Sunday.
The book comes out next week.
So we've had him on the podcast before, so we should have him on again.
I'm sure he'll want to when I ask him.
Pat's gonna go over there with a sexy knot. Oh, Jimmy's away all next week, so.
Oh! We're gonna have to set
The cat's away.
up one of the cameras in the woods over by the house again. Eye on the driveway.
Keep an eye on the driveway.
So Bookstore of Gloucester is arranging it. So if you're interested, seek them out and register.
That's great.
So I'll
So,
see you there next week.
so
Maybe we can get them on a podcast. Don't leave it up to
do you need the heavy hitter to
Because the heavy go in.
all right, we'll send Drew in.
Yeah, we go.
In that case, we'll send Drew in. I have a graphic. I just want to make sure I didn't miss something. My Eloise comes home.
It's gotta be soon, right?
Yeah, they're gonna be driving, which is, I'll give you this one. So wait, we didn't hear from anybody said what time they would want her to come back? Oh, this guy right here let's hear this. This is one of the guys, and this is when he was already subdued. This guy, when they told him they had to move him to the back of the plane from the front of the plane, and we had already waited for 3 hours. I gotta make sure the volume is all the way up here. I turn the volume on and up and off. That guy right there was like dad strength kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
He was so irate. He was yelling. Him and his buddy were both yelling at the stewardesses, the flight, whatever they call them
The
nowadays.
desk
Flight
attendants.
attendants?
Yeah,
Or the
The desk people.
the desk people. And clearly had no control over this. The plane was not life. This didn't happen. There's imbalance, and they needed to move them to a different section of the plane. They told them right off the bat, we're going to reimburse you, and you're going to get credited stuff. And that's all they had to do is move to a different plane. Absolutely fucking sideways, and didn't stop. And
I thought it had something to do with the delays, but it was because they moved their seats.
yeah, and I wanted to say something to the guy, and what I wanted to say was like, if you really don't want to go to the back of the plane, how about if we switch, and I'll get the free credit for the next flight, and you stay right where you are, and I'll take the credit and the bonus points, whatever they're going to give you, because it sounded like a great deal to me. They were just like old angry guys that wanted to scream for no reason. I
mean, if you're making a stink over something that's stupid, don't let them on.
First class?
Yeah, on some flights it's called Mint.
Yeah,
it's really nice. Though.
Yeah.
I have one last thing that on my list here, only because it's a different act. So there's a country act playing Saturday night at the Rum Line called Eliza. It's Eliza Smith and her band. Really, really good covers and originals. Female fronted, so Eliza, and then Erin is on fiddle and vocals. I think it's going to be an awesome night of music for people. We don't get a ton of live country up here, but I'll tell you, usually when we do, those are some of the busiest nights for music. So if you're looking for something to do Saturday night, I would say go to the Rum Line and check out Eliza Smith.
Sounds like right up Nicole's alley.
Yeah,
Nicole's actually working an event, I think, upstairs. And she's like of all nights, so
Oh,
I maybe
that's
downstairs.
crazy.
Yeah.
So when I was down, I rented a convertible Mustang when I was down in Florida because I wouldn't normally even think to rent a convertible Mustang, but when I was looking for my rental car, it was $29 a day for a convertible Mustang, and a mid-size SUV was $27 a day. So I was like, how do you not?
Right.
And literally every other trip I went to Florida, like a convertible was like $56 a day or higher. So I was like, I guess I'm gonna do it. So I did it. However, it didn't have CarPlay.
No.
And I was going for all over these places up in Fort Myers and stuff that I really didn't know the roads. And I think if I had to do it all over again, I am so dialed in with CarPlay now that I can't have a car without it. My particular phone, because if I plugged it in, it would have worked. Not CarPlay, but I would have had at least like audio navigation. But my iPhone power source thing isn't working. It hasn't been working for a year. I've been charging magnetically for like a year.
I'm shocked that any cars don't have CarPlay now.
Yeah, this one must have been like 4 years old, 3 or 4 years old.
I think a lot of rental cars don't anymore because I'm thinking it might be a maintenance thing or.
Most of them do it. Yeah.
Guys are fighting.
Come get your pen. Come
No,
get your pen.
that's insanity. No, they know that people want that CarPlay. Except, listen, the only person I've ever heard rail against Apple CarPlay is Pat Dalpias, and we know this.
No.
Remember, her and Jimmy got in a knockdown, drag out. Actually, it wasn't a two-way.
Misdirection.
It was not a two-way thing. It was Jimmy sulking in the corner and Pat just giving him the fucking death stare that would have melted 1,000 suns.
So Pat and Jimmy still go to AAA and they get the triptych book and flip through the maps.
Yeah, that's what they do. No, and Pat's thing was it doesn't have. She wanted to have navigation, and all it had was Apple CarPlay.
Right.
I says, well, what do you mean? She goes, well, if you forget your phone, then you wouldn't have navigation. I'm like, who the fuck goes out of their house without
Or
their
if
phone?
your phone can't, or if your
Who
phone
goes out
can't
of-
plug in because the little thing is jammed up,
Well,
then
you
you're
know what?
stuck.
That's a fair. Well, this car didn't have Apple CarPlay either.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, because
And then what happened 2 weeks later when you were in the car with us? Going somewhere that we needed a map.
what happened?
You tell me what happened.
I can't.
I think
I'm
you
sure
said
it's
the
gonna be
word
embarrassing.
Pat was right
Oh.
because
Oh,
Jim
because Jimmy forgot his phone.
forgot his phone.
Okay, so when you ask the question, who the fuck goes out of the house without their phone? Jimmy.
Regularly.
And so she's probably like the 0.05% that actually that argument would work for. Like it doesn't have CarPlay. Get your phone. And to my reply, who the fuck leaves the house without their phone? Well, Jim Dalpiaz apparently leaves the house without the phone. So there's that.
I feel like the fact that you ever heard the words uttered, Pat was right. I mean, that's the button that should have been made. Pat was right.
Pat was right. It's probably what I should have put on here.
No, it should have been a picture of you with I was right. And my button should have been I'm a man of honor. That's the fuck mine.
That's what it looks like on here. A man of honor.
That's the shit, man of honor right there.
That
Man.
button we need some text over it that says victim.
Yes, victim. I am victim. I have always portrayed as the meanie pants over here, only because I'm trying to.
Special victims unit going on right
I'm
here.
trying to run a tight ship, and Pat does not appreciate that. Does not appreciate it. So there's that. We are done. By the way, we're here at 44 Main. Pat, what's the schedule going to be going for the next couple of days?
Today until 5, Friday and Saturday 11 to 5, Sunday 11 to 3, but that's going to kind of pen the 5K run.
Oh,
So
yeah.
after the 5K, I'll come over. I think it might be around 11 by the time I get here.
We should talk to Neil and see if. Oh no, we can't step on the blue from blowers toes. I was going to say if we could have a little pop up over there, but we would definitely not
No, we don't
bring
want to.
our stuff over
Right, we
where
don't
there's a
wanna do
blue
that.
from blower.
Right,
That would be bad form. Bad form. So here is. Let me see if I can get this on there. That you can scan that. My online store. Do you have a link for Pat D's photos? Pat?
Not in here.
Oh, you don't have it in there?
Nope, it's
All
not
right.
in there.
So we have stuff. I have apparel at the house. Some stuff that was supposed to be for Mother's Day that did not come here in time, but it is also those knockoff Aviator Nation.
Oh yeah, they
things
came in.
Came in. I haven't even unboxed them yet. But Aviator Nation, if you know, Chris wears a lot of it. My daughters wear a lot of it. A lot of fancy people wear it. It's an elite brand.
So I'm not familiar with it. apparently.
Yeah. This is not for you, Pat, or me.
So the
This is-
pinky drinkers.
This is like really cool stuff. Yeah, it's got like they're navy blue with like a rainbow kind of stripe going all the way across. If you know, it's kind of like if you know, Aviator Nation. What do they sell those for? Like 125 or not?
No, they're more. I think they're like 160, 175 for a sweatshirt, a hoodie.
So when are you anticipating bringing them down, introducing them? Sometime this week?
Sometime this week, I guess. Today was a day for me to play catch up with the stuff I needed to catch up down the wharf and here. So probably pretty soon. But
Good.
I feel like I need to have like a little, not to the magnitude of the incredible Castaways fashion show, but I feel like we need to have like a little fashion show so we can show off some of the styles. But yeah, maybe I'll have a
Something to think about.
maybe at the dinner. Maybe we'll bring your stuff and my stuff to the dinner,
Good idea.
and I'll pay Madeline to work it,
That's a great idea.
or Eloise if she wants to work it, the girls, and yeah, because that'll be fun. Because most of the people that love us love our stuff, and we still got some. What do we got? We still got some pink stuff. You know what? I think that the flags, not the flags, Jesus.
The towels.
Christ, the towels. Like it's been such cold weather. No one's thought
Nobody's
about.
ready to
No
do it.
one's even thinking about the towels.
Not
But I
getting
think when people
serious
start getting
about
on their
beaching.
boats and beaching, that those are going to fly off the shelves.
If you look at the forecast, it looks like this today is like the end of the crap. It gets a little. I think the next 10-day forecast is like there's sun in I think every day or almost every day. So hopefully we're starting to come out of it.
Milder weather.
I want to. You know what? I want to do a little demo while we have it of why I think the flag is so. Another reason why the flag is so. God, Steph.
Do you get it off of here or do you
Yeah,
want another one?
I know. You did a good job.
Pinch. There you go.
All right, so there we go.
Whew, look at that.
So I saw these online, and I thought, they really sold me on the whole concept. It's a microfiber towel. Let's see, you can see the material, and they don't carry all the sand back to your house. And on the back, it has the Thirsty Seagull logo. I'm like, so they're really oversized
And
and
they're
big. But they also have, I want to show people, this elastic that's attached to it right here. So I'm going to fold it up. Right? So we're going to go Oh,
It is very nice quality material.
yeah, the colors are vibrant and the printing is
Yeah.
incredible on them. So, all right, we do one fold. I'm doing this in like very tight quarters. If I was doing this on the beach, it'd be like 2 seconds to do this. So you get a fold.
I'm filming this so we can send it to Drew. He loves when you part of it.
Yeah, that's me.
There you go.
Yeah, oh, look, we can do this. Yeah, you just send this to me. Right? And then we go another one. Home Shopping Network. And then we do, all right. So we have the elastic down here. They roll like this. Now look how small, that was a big, this is a big towel. And it just keeps it all together like this. Stick them in your beach bag. You put 4 or 5 of these, take up hardly any room in the beach bag. So I'm really proud of this product. We have them at the shop. I think I may, I don't know if I put them in the shop. Oh, they're in the, yeah, you can buy them at, right at this link right there. So anyway, and Pat has some really cool stuff. We're going to be here all weekend. The summer's coming. Come and get your summer stuff. Chris, do you have any shows coming up that you want to pimp?
I do not.
Nope, no shows to pimp for Chris. All right, just me and Pat's awesome. Oh, by the way, Pat, did you show the pillow? The Pat,
I did.
You did show it already?
Pat's Puffin Pillow.
At Pat's Puffin Emporium.
Pat's Puffin Emporium
Pillow.
Pillow.
People can't even begin to understand how many puffin things Pat sells here.
They do. The Puffin flag's going to Germany. Did I tell you that?
It's crazy.
Where they actually have puffins.
So somebody told me that people eat puffins. Did you know that?
That people what?
People eat puffins.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I was talking to someone just yesterday, and they were talking about eating puffins.
Tastes like chicken.
Tastes like chicken. Buck, 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 buck. All right, so there's that, and we will talk to everybody. I hope to see you all at the dinner. Within 2 days, I'll have a link to buy tickets, and we'll do tables of 8. And if you have friends that get tickets, or if you get a whole table, if you have friends and you know they're going to be at your table, just reach out to me, and I'll create seating charts. Anyone that just doesn't get out to, it'll be first come, first serve at the tables. But if someone fills a table of 8, we'll put the names of your particular people on that table, so you'll know your close friends. So thanks, Chris. Thanks for coming. Thanks again. There, you did a fantastic job per usual. And we're gonna go out because we're locals over here. We're gonna go over the bridge. Don't they have an album coming out soon? I
know Mike has been posting it. I believe that they're in the studio.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. All right, guys. Everybody have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
With big news, 411.